Atheists, I have a question. So you call religious people crazy for believing in miracles, right? But you believe in the most preposterous miracle of all, that the universe was created from nothing. It's impossible for something to come from nothing. How does that work?
Are people just really this dumb? Are Christians this dumb? Are people who are, in her case, Christians who are now Muslims, this dumb? And nowhere in the Big Bang theory more factual than the Bible or the Quran, and nowhere does it say that the universe came from nothing. As a matter of fact, science in itself demonstrates that there is no such thing as nothingness. Nothingness cannot exist. Nothingness has not ever existed. If you truly want to understand the Big Bang Theory, then please listen up very carefully, and I'm going to make it very simple. According to the Big Bang Theory, everything in our known universe right now came from a explosion of a singularity. The explosion of that singularity was a form of matter that could have been as small as the top of a pin. But most agree and understand that that singularity came from the ending of a previous universe or a previous large consumption of mass within a outer universe, meaning that since there are singularities that happen today in our understanding of our known universe, and they explode and they birth out nebulas, and nebulas birth out stars, and stars birth out solar systems, and galaxies are created as well, that we exist in a known universe that could be existing inside of another larger unknown universe to us, but it is not without matter. There is something there. The other side of that is just the mere fact that if the totality of the universe exists within the totality of the universe, that it was a dying universe that came down to a point of matter where it had absorbed all the matter that it could possibly reabsorb. Not that there was no other matter out there. There's still an infinite amount of matter still extended outward. But once it coalesced to a certain point in what's called the Big Crunch, the singularity explodes out again and rebirths the life-giving light of the universe, that it all goes back out. So it's a constant contraction and expansion, whether it's the contraction and expansion from another universe or within our unknown universe. There is no such thing as nothingness. Those who do not accept your creation by a creator story do not say that the universe was created out of nothing. Humans are the ones who came up with the concept of nothing. You see, humans back in the day used to think that between the earth and that big blue thing up there, which they thought was water, they thought was a dome, and that there was water in the heavens. They believed there was nothingness in between. But we understand that there is matter from here to there. Even in a more scientific era, they thought that beyond our atmosphere, between the earth and the moon, the earth and the sun, the earth and Mars, the earth and Jupiter, they thought that the vastness of the darkness was nothingness. But we realize that there's matter between the earth and the moon, the earth and Mars, the earth and any other place, that if you speed a vehicle through space the same way an airplane will have levels of friction when it flies through the air, any object traveling through space would still have a level of friction. Now, the cold is so cold that it doesn't produce enough heat to be viewed or barely measurable, but there is matter. We used to think that the molecule was the smallest thing and that there was nothing. and then it went down to the atom, and the space between the electrons and the nucleus, there was nothingness. But now we realize that there is matter, dark matter, in between the electrons and the nucleus. So the more and more we discover, the more and more we realize that there is no such thing as nothingness. So this idea that people who are agnostic, such as myself, or people who are atheists, believe that the universe was created out of nothingness, you are completely wrong in your thought process of that. And for those of you who think this, well, there must be a creator, because you can't throw all the airplane parts into a tornado or a storm and then all of a sudden you get, Airbus B-57 or whatever they're called. You can't get an airplane out of it. You just demonstrate that you have no idea at the one true language of the universe. And that one true language is math. Math is the one true language of the universe. So mathematically speaking, there are literally billions upon billions of galaxies that are observable. From the billions upon billions of galaxies, there are billions and trillions of stars. When you look at the number of stars that exist from our own Milky Way galaxy, but when you look at it from all the galaxies, that numerically there would be at least millions of stars that have planets that are in the habitable zone that would produce the exact type of life that we have, that would have water, that would have the right mixture of oxygen and nitrogen, that it would be able to foster the type of life that we understand life, that the numbers would be in the millions, hundreds of millions of life on other planets that are similar to Earth. That math demonstrates that. It doesn't have to be your hurricane, your airplane parts going up into it. That's stupid. That is stupid. That is a level of chaos that doesn't have the ability of evolving or evolution. And that is in the sense that the items that would make up an airplane and all the electronics and things of that nature are artificial creations. They're not natural creations. Life is a natural creation. Life happens naturally, right? You don't have to do all these other things to make that happen. So therefore, you're comparing apples to oranges. Hell, they ain't even the same. You comparing apples to steak. That's apples to steak. It can't even be in a close category of comparison. It just sounds stupid. And I just come to the realization that for most people to be of these Abrahamic religions, you just have to be plain stupid. You have to turn off your intelligence and just be stupid. You might be smart in other areas of life, but when it comes to this, you're just stupid. So y'all have a great day. And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.